Hello survivors, and welcome to another Silly Saturday video. In today's video, because I love doing silly ideas and silly things so you guys don't have to, here we are on the Elementalist, probably one of my favorite characters, especially if you have a look at his star level compared to everyone else. We even got the little purple star on top of him. Anyway, rune wise, we're going Weapon Expert, Dash Mastery, Purity, Focus Fire, and Sure-Footed. And that is because we are not going to be leveling up the entire run. Now, obviously, what happens is because we can't stop the actual game picking up XP and things like that, or we could actually not pick up any XP. But what happens is you still level up. We are not going to actually be using the level up points. So we will be leveling up, yes, but we are not going to be using any of the level ups. So we will be stuck with a whole severe cold and freezing blow the entire run. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. And I hope you have a good laugh at how ridiculously strong Freezing Blow and Severe Cold are in the game. That you can finish an entire run with just these two skills. At level 1 as well, by the way. So obviously some things, Purity is giving us 50% more damage, and Focus Fire is another 40% more damage. Purity actually gives us 45%. And 45% damage because of the slow and the paralysis on enemies, paralysis. So there's that as a thing. But I did decide to do this on the Elementalist because obviously having slow stacks on enemies and then the Freezing Blow turning slow into increased damage does help deal more damage. I'm sure you could do this on other characters like the Paladin and Holy Fire, especially with the bosses. You would be able to stack a whole lot more dazed on bosses and then get yourself that juicy kill on the Holy Fire from there as well. But I like the Elementalist a lot, so that's why we went with him for this. And yeah, it just happens. So we're going to see how many level ups we actually get in a run without using any of them, because that will be super interesting. And obviously this is determined by time, so that is why we are kind of sitting in the corner. We do want to kill things as quickly as possible, because the longer we take, the harder it's going to become, because enemies' HP increases based on the amount of time played. So the faster we are, the easier it will be. And the slower we are, the harder it will be later on when we fight the final two bosses. Alright, so let's just keep going. Obviously there isn't much of a build for us to speak about, so we kind of just got to go with what we've got in front of us, and we can go from there. So first boss, already 2 minutes 36 and he is down. 2 minutes 30 and he's down. Wasn't 2 minutes 36, sorry. But obviously we're not trying to speed run the game. We are just trying to finish it without having to put any skills into the skill tree. Into the level ups. So although we are level 16, you can see that we have 15 unused skill points. So again, this is the point of the Silly Saturdays. I do silly shit, you guys watch it, and we have a good time together, and you just get to see how strong some of these builds really can be by doing silly things like this and testing their limits. So yay us. Oh, something while we're here, as you can see, that little mineral over there, mineral deposit, dropped 4 crystals for us. If we had to leave that for the entire match and not destroy it, it still would have only dropped 4 crystals. The way that those mineral deposits work is the ones that spawn later on in the game have more minerals inside of them. So there you get 1 to 4, I believe, in the beginning, or 1 to 3, and it increases by 1 every so often. I believe the max you can get is 8. I could be wrong. It's been a very long time since that's been up for discussion anywhere, so I'm not 100% correct, or 100% trying to think of the word here. I don't know the exact amount of how many minerals you're going to get out of those deposits, but I am 100% certain that the longer, I mean, you know, the ones that spawn later on in the game are the ones that are going to give you more minerals out of them. So if you are ever looking to farm that stuff, just know that the ones later on in the runs are going to give you a lot more. However, if you leave one from the very beginning of the run and you come back to it 20 minutes later, it's still only going to give you a maximum of 3. So make sure you destroy all of them all the time for the most amount of minerals. So Incarnation of Ice is dead. 5 minutes done and dusted. He's out of here. We are level 36. We are having to fight a lot more elites now, though, unfortunately. Not even unfortunately, it is how the game just works. Let's go get our mineral deposit over here. And like I said, that one was from the early game, so as you could see, it only gave us 3. Whereas here's one that just spawned now, and it gave us 6. So, perfect example of what I was just speaking about with regards to the mineral deposits. Thank goodness we do have slow, because you could see this little elite over there trying to run to us, but he could not. Alright, so we do have a health mineral over there as well, which is actually very good, but we kind of popped it accidentally, which is not good. But we do have a full rune tree as well as skill tree, or runes as well as skill tree, so we don't really have to worry about healing. We will heal every time we level up, so that's not really a problem for us. All right. I think we are looking next week, Saturday, at a very difficult combination to pull off. I am hoping to try and get it going in the pipelines as soon as possible. I have tried 1 or 2 runs with it already, and it hasn't been looking too promising yet. I haven't been able to get all of the skills I've been wanting to get quite yet, but it is possible. Obviously, you just need to hit the right skills, so it does take quite a few attempts to get it. Whereas something like this attempt over here, it can be recorded, in a sense that, you know, just pick up the game and go and record it. Whereas the other one, I am going to have to attempt it multiple times and hopefully get it on one of the attempts. So, you know, next week's one should be a very, very interesting video. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these City Saturdays. You really got to let me know down in the comments what you're thinking about them and whether we should continue doing them. But I think they are really, really enjoyable. And to do silly things that, you know, you normally don't do, or, you know, they don't really hold records for anything or get you very far, but they are very fun to try and see where they take you as a build, or they are limit testing, obviously, as well, because as you can see, here we are with only 2 skills at level 1, and we are nearly finished the entire round in under 10 minutes. I don't think we will do under 10 minutes. That could be something to even look around for speed running. 10-minute, under 10-minute run, speed run with 0 levels used. That's a very interesting speed run over there, but I don't know how you would optimize this anymore or be any faster, because it is very, very random in terms of where severe cold bounces. But maybe Holy Fire deals more damage. I'm not sure. You aren't able to build much crit either, so it all works off of dazed stats and blinding. The binding light skill, or I keep getting that skill wrong. But whatever the paladin's first skill's called, I think it's binding light. But I keep getting the name wrong for some reason. I keep thinking of something else. But yeah, so that skill, without the cast frequency and the AoE, it is quite horrible to use. So it might not be the best of options to run in the beginning. But Holy Fire is very strong. Again, these conversion changing skills are very good. The only one that I would think would be very bad here would be your holy, not holy anything, would be the Reap for Doom, as I believe you need a lot of Doom stacks, and you're not going to get a lot of Doom stacks without a lot of cast frequency on the skills, or having more skills that deal Doom. So, there's that as well. This could work on Paladin. This idea can work on the Elementalist because of severe cold. It can also work on the first Elementalist because of Light Beam and the Dazed, and then also Core Lightning, although I don't think it's going to work as well, but it could take a lot more longer as well. I do believe the bounce skills as well as the conversion of them deals quite a lot of damage. And what else could we get from there? I don't think combustion would be a very good one. What is a combustion? And it's the second skill he gets. Gosh, I can't even remember what the second skill for the Pyromancer is there. So combustion I don't think would work very well. Chaotic Missile maybe. I don't think the Seeking Chaos would be too great with the Aura of Chaos. Chaotic Missile and Unchained Chaos maybe. Again, that one would be pushing the luck quite a lot. I mean, it's all doable, it just takes longer and longer. So I'm thinking in terms of what would be the quickest, and I think that this one over here is the quickest one. But again, here we are, and like I said, it does get harder the longer that you take. Not that it's harder, but the more enemies obviously spawn elite-wise, and the boss has more life, so they do take longer to kill. But as you can see, very easy, very doable. The slow does make you surviving quite nice as well. So chill the enemies, especially these spiders, is very, very nice for us. So as you can see, we are level 49. And we are nearly at the final boss. This is the part that takes the longest because of all the elites. They do take quite a long time to kill, but it's just how it is, because again their life is increased because of the amount of time that you take. So the faster you can get this done, the faster this last wave takes as well, because they are going to have less life. We do not have the AoE either, so we do need to get close for the freezing blow to hit enemies as well. So 100 more enemies to go, and we will then be fighting our final boss. Hopefully it's someone like Alexi or the Incarnation of Ice, because they are relatively easy. Fire Incarnation, just painful because of his flamethrower, and then we can't get too close, although Flamethrower is not actually bad. Fire Incarnation's okay. Incarnation of Ice, the Fallen Knights irritating, Chaos Bringers irritating, and Prophetess are. So those three are my least favorite to get now. And then Alexi, the Ice and Fire incarnation, will probably be my favorites to get for a final boss. So let's see what happens. We only need about 20 more kills over here, 19 left, and we will see which boss we finally get. I was really hoping for a much faster run, but obviously we got to remember that we've got hardly any skills and no levels in those skills either, so they are literally doing their base damage. It's 40 more to go. Also, though, the longer we take to kill them, the more slow stacks they have on them. So that also means we're going to be dealing more damage with our freezing blow. But you will see at the end of this that the severe cold is going to probably do maybe double, triple the amount of damage. And we landed up getting the Eternal Guardian, so that is fantastic. He was one of the bosses that I don't mind getting. Very easy to deal with. The only part of his that's irritating is his missile barrage, and even then it is very easy to deal with. You just dodge in the opposite direction and he's more than likely not to shoot there. But we do have a lot of elites on us as well, so that's a bit of a problem. All of the elites are more of a problem than the actual boss fight. And I think that's kind of how it is all the time. If all of these elites weren't spawning so often, boss fights would probably be a lot easier. But then the game would be too easy, and who wants that? So there we go, he's nearly dead. Couple more hits, and bam, finished. And there we go. So just under 16 minutes, guys. We had 54 levels. Obviously level 1 counts, so let's see what happens. And yeah, that was our silly Saturday. So again, like I said, severe cold was going to do a lot more damage. I did say about 3 times more damage, and it did do exactly, or just over 3 times more damage than freezing blow. So 6 million damage off of the base damage of the skill. So it deals a whole 87 damage, but because it bounces so many times, we did a 6.3 million damage. That is a really good indicator on what the skills can do damage wise based on ruins and their base form. So very, very strong. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.